Good evening, my early birds. Welcome back to a new exploration tonight. I'm already excited to get in tonight. We're going to be searching our hearts for some hatred, some intolerance, because even as we shy away from it, it is very important. Good evening to you. Vidunt, welcome. Cherish, welcome. Theora, welcome. Retro Man, first. Retro Man is first tonight. Namaste to you, my early birds. Getting that early worm. Namaste. I'll be with you very shortly. Good evening, my explorers. It's fantastic to be with you once again on this gorgeous Thursday evening. Getting a little bit of a late start, but excited nonetheless to get into a very important topic. As many of you know, we've broached this topic several times throughout the year because it's that important. It's that important that we get our shit locked down, especially headed into the holiday season. Tonight, we're talking about finding and unleashing and reinforcing spite during the holiday season. Tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing this evening? It's me, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we unlock and unleash the power within via exploration, the act of exploration, exploring the universe, exploring the worlds inside and outside of us to find that power, find that power that's inside those veins and those muscles and those. Maybe your muscles aren't very big, and that's fine because what I sense is a deeper muscle, a deeper maybe a spiritual diaphragm, so to speak, a spiritual diaphragm that breathes the universe and expels the universe as well. You are in your divinity creating reality as it unfurls from your heart as we speak, as we gaze into each other's eyes. You are the universe, creating the universe, tolerating the universe, and enduring the universe. I believe it was Stephen Hawking, that little shriveled guy who we owe him much. We owe him and his ilk more than we would ever be able to repay a mind like that. That's certainly true. However, I do believe it was him who said that we are the universe observing itself, right? We are the universe observing itself. And if there isn't a more waste of time, stupid fucking thing to say, then I don't know what is. What would be more stupid or more of a waste of time? We are the universe observing itself, right? I don't think so. Do you feel like you're observing yourself in your life? When you go to the bank and hear that your kitty cat got put down, or you go over to the laundromat and you find that there's shit stains in the inside of your pants and you don't know whose shit it is, are these moments where you are observing? Would you use the word observation to categorize that experience? No. You are tolerating it. You are enduring it. You are in misery, and yet you proceed. And if Stephen Hawking had a goddamn lick of sense in his brain, it goes for Carl Sagan, goes for Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'll debate any single one of them on this show or any show on this planet. If they had a lick of sense in them, if they had a goddamn lick of sense in them, then they would be saying the things that I'm saying, and not the horse shit, the fetid fucking horse shit that they say on television programs all around the year. So yes, you tolerate yourself, you endure yourself. This is the universe fucking itself in the ass against its will. We are the universe raping itself. But here, instead of shying away from that, instead of turning, maybe putting our blinders on, saying, no, it's bad. No. What we do here at Explorations, and some of you already know what I'm going to say, what we do here at Explorations, we understand very clearly this is the source of our power, the source of our true source power, the power that allows us to become that which we were meant to become, the power that will allow us to become truly a stakeholder in our own destinies. Tonight, when I spank it in the mirror, I see galaxies. That is my man, Stone Monster 400, with the bits, hitting me with those bits, hitting me with some exercise. I just saw exercise vid. Namaste to exercise vid for hitting me with that subscription. Bless you, exercise vid. Is that crack? Is that crack, or is that a different account? Is that Crackbout? Was that Crackbout? Namaste. Audio delay guru, appreciate that. Oh, the video is actually behind. That is so funny. 1 second. We're going to fix this right up. Ugh. We're gonna fix this right up. Man, I don't even worry. Everybody's worried about that energy that I just brought, and they're thinking, oh, I'll bet that energy's not going to be there when he gets back on screen. Is what everyone is probably saying to themselves. Fucking idiots. Because here I am, and here we go. Here we go, and here I am. Namaste to you. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Crregulators hitting that 22-month benchmark. Goddamn. I say goddamn. That is absolutely insane. You are filthy. You are disgusting. You are a stupid pig. And I cherish you. I cherish the power in which you have unfolded before us. Each and every single one of us have come to know you as not just as this individual that we tolerate, but as a leader in this community. You've been here too long to not be a leader. Namaste. Too long to be a leader. Too long. Well, guys, I am overjoyed to be with you tonight. It is Exploration Night, a Thursday night, and what we're talking about tonight, because I want to open up that line. I want to open up that line. I want to open up that line. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know some of you new people, some lurkers tonight. I want some of the lurkers to be calling in tonight, okay? I need all hands on deck. I want to incorporate some of the people in that back, maybe on that back wall. We can't see your face. We don't know what you're up to. We don't know what kind of person you are, what kind of character you may or may not have. It's like it's like a club. It's like you go to the club and you see those 5 or 6 figures against that back wall, maybe sipping and maybe doing a little of this. And you're like, what is going on there? I guess they're harmless, but I smell them when I pass them. And it's not good or bad. The smell is not good or bad. Lurkers, when I'm talking about this in the digital sense of which you smell. I'm not talking, it smells something specific. It smells something specific. Some people might say it's bad. Some less probably would say that it's good, but to me, it's neutral and asks more questions than it answers. Affirmations for fellas, there is a strength in vagueness, all right? Don't smell good, don't smell bad. If you're a fella, make sure you are confusing to people's olfactory sense. And there's a certain masculine strength in that. There's a certain masculine strength in posing a sort of aesthetic thing that actually is very confusing and off-putting, really alienating stuff. I'm talking about maybe smelling like maybe a little bit like tree bark, but it smells like skin kind of too much. It smells like skin kind of too much. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a cocktail of organics happening. Namaste. Stone Monster, thank you so much for those bits. Bless you. I really appreciate you. I forgot my digital deodorant. Sorry. Level 3 Potato, you know I'm not talking about you. You're always honking off in the chat, Level 3 Potato. Namaste to you. Bless you this evening. Bless you this evening. Bless you. Namaste. Audio sync issue, yes. Is the audio's not that messed up on my end? Is it fucked up? Ooh, pine deodorant would be very nice. It's very fucked up. Damn it. Is the video in front or behind the audio? Video's behind. It's like completely synced up on my end now. Is it? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Audio delayed ski just like in Soviet Russia, even later now. Worse. Okay. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, how about now? What does this feel like? What does this sound like and feel like? Because it's completely locked in on my side. Hold on. 1 second. This don't make no goddamn sense. All right, this is just how it's going to be. Okay. The audio is a half second late. That's insane. That's crazy. Okay. Well, I'll have to come back. We'll see how this how this develops. You know what we could do is we could just restart the stream. Let's restart the stream and see if we get the audio to sync up, because it's probably going to be pretty annoying to watch. So let's restart it together. On the count of 3, I'm going to stop streaming and I'm going to start it back up. And everybody refresh their... It's synced? Well, let's try it. You guys let me know if it's too annoying, and then we'll fix it. We'll restart it and see if that does the trick. Namaste, and thank you for that hype train, everyone. Thank you for the hype train, for the hype excitement. Feckin' Fort hitting me with the resub, that Prime. I'm cheap eating my Prime. Listen, I love the Primes. I absolutely cherish your Primes. Here's my thing with the Prime. I have gone in and out of being absolutely broke and then absolutely embarrassed with riches. And one thing that's been a constant through line in my life has been my Prime sub on Twitch.tv. Now, no matter what, I pay my Prime bullshit. I pay my Prime bullshit, and I get that little Prime sub as a little treat. No matter what, every single time. However, even when I'm broke, you know what? When I'm broke, though, I savor it. I savor the experience of pledging my Prime sub, because I know I've got to make it count. I know that the gesture has to be felt, has to be heard. And so I make sure that each person that I give my Prime to is someone that I'm excited about, someone that I want to see really flourish, even though it's about $2 and maybe about $2. But it's $2 they didn't have before, and it's more the emotional component, and I really cherish that. So those of you broke fucking losers who only ever have a Prime sub, I want you to know I cherish you. If you ever give me your Prime, I'm gonna fucking hold it like a baby. I'm gonna breastfeed it. I'm gonna kiss it. I'm gonna breastfeed it again. I'm gonna kiss it so I can smell and taste my own breast milk. And then I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down to sleep, sing it songs, and wake up and and we'll go to the zoo. And we'll meet the animals, and we'll see the animals there, and make friends with the animals, and then I'll act like I'm going to feed the baby to an errant animal, and that's a lot of fun. That can be a lot of fun if you guys have any kids. I don't know if you guys have any kids, but they're scared. They're scared of animals. And if you just kind of open up a dog's maw and just put it around a baby's face, holy shit, you will really do some very serious damage, but it gives you kind of a sense of control and power. And that kind of gets me into what we're talking about tonight. Diglett with that. Namaste. Namaste to you, Diglett with hat. Namaste to you. Thank you for those bits. There is a termination in the queue this evening. A termination in the queue waiting to be used. So listen, all I gotta see in the chat is terminate when there's a call, and I will listen. I will heed your instructions. Namaste. Diglett with that. Unless do you want to give it to the community, or do you want to keep it in your own? Cherish. Unnecessary, but thank you so much. Cherish. Happy holidays to you. Very sweet of you to subscribe. Namaste to you. Caller, I've got a little bit left. I need to kind of just broach the topic of. You can hold on for a moment?
Yeah, that's a fine. You can put me on hold.
I'm going to put you on hold. I'll be back in a moment. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Well, before Diglett with Hat, did you want to give it to the community, or did you want to hold on to that termination? I'll hold on to it for you if you want, unless you want to give the gun to somebody. I donate my terminate to Stone Monster 400. Stone Monster 400, you have been gifted a termination. I wish I could give you a little coupon, a little gift certificate, Stone Monster. Namaste to you. Namaste to Stone Monster, and a very even much warmer namaste to you, Diglett with Hat tonight. Namaste. Okay, guys. So listen. Before we get into tonight's theme, I just want to make a couple announcements. Those of you you've been here for a while, okay? You've been here for a while, and you've watched the program take an absolute flight to your life. It's pushed you to levels of power and exuberance and exhilaration and also just sexual power. You have such a sexual power. You have more money and sexual power. You fuck. Your cock is it's beefier, it's veinier, it's girthier. Your pussy it's like swollen. It's swollen and your inner labia are just reasonable. And your inner labia are so reasonable now, and it's all thanks to the program. Now, you watch this program take a hold of your life and transform it, absolutely. But there are a few among us tonight who know that there is even higher levels of power, and we can access them even faster. And that can be found at the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. There's a growing library of exclusive materials I make specifically for my innermost trusted circle here in the community at patreon.com. If you are interested in formally beginning your final journey, if you're formally interested in beginning this formal final journey, go ahead and type !final journey into the chat. It will take you on over to the information that you need to assess whether it's right for your life. Also, I just want to reiterate because last time I don't know if it was completely clear, Larry Picklejar is not here this week. So if you want to just say a little, if you want to express something specifically about Larry Picklejar in his absence, because you don't have to worry about getting terminated. You don't have to worry about him using some kind of slur at you in the chat. You don't have to worry about his sort of displaced discontent with something. I don't know if he hates his kids, his wife, both. If he hates his job, resents having been born. I don't know exactly what's going on with him. But listen, you don't have to be afraid of that wrath. All right, he's out to lunch somewhere. Probably playing with his little ding-a-ling. And tonight can be the night that you really, truly express your true feelings as regard to Larry Picklejar. So that's something I wanted to share with you before we get started tonight. Mr. Defo resubbing. Namaste to you. Happy holidays to you, Defo. Bless you, Defo. I'm cherishing you right now. I am. Thank you so much for the subscription. I love you. I love you. It's true, this is the most reasonable it's been my whole life. Get to the dot. Listen, okay, guys. So, listen, let's get into tonight's theme. So, you guys know the deal, right? You know the deal. Those of you that have been here for, at least a couple months, you know the kind of content and topics and themes that we get into here at Explorations. An extremely important component that we have here, that we spend a good amount of time fostering, a good amount of time reinforcing, strengthening our muscles for it. And that is for spite, hatred, and intolerance. Now, this is an absolutely spiritually crucial part of any personal development, in whether it's in explorations or not. Whether it's in explorations or not, we need to stay in touch with our sense of spite, our sense of disdain, our sense of resentment, our sense of intolerance, maybe full-blooded hatred. We need to know where that is, and we need to not shy away from it. We need to, in fact, protect it, especially at times around the holidays. Now, around the holidays, we are bombarded with messages of together lovingness and community and family, and we're forced, absolutely forced against our will, to reflect on our lives, regardless of the quality therein. We are forced to look back at what could have very easily been an absolute wasteland, nuclear holocaust of complete misery and bullshit. So as we take that into our minds and enter into the holiday season once again, what I want us to do is push back a little bit. I want us to retool ourselves. I want us to circle the wagons in our community here. All right? Because one of the very crucial, important parts of our community here is times exactly like this. You know, you go into any goddamn store, and what do you hear? You hear Christmas music. You know what I mean? You hear, goddamn, man, it's a wonderful time of the year. Or family and friends by the fireplace, looking at a tree and having and feeling good. Fuck off. Fuck off. As much as I enjoy that music, which I do, there is also a part of me that absolutely revolts. It finds it completely offensive, perverse, repulsive, disgusting, pedophilic shit. I'm talking about absolute top level. That sort of fetishization of connection and empathy is hideous. It's a hideous display. I'd rather watch someone jack off on the bus. I would rather someone sit across from me in the aisle, make eye contact with me, pull his pants down to his ankles, take time to lube up his thighs. Take time to lube up his thighs. Lube up his dry thighs, and then sort of kind of squeeze his balls with that lotion hand. Squeeze his balls. A homeless man. Not smelling good. Not pleasant to be around. But I'd rather see him massage his balls. Naked balls. Lots of hair. Lots of bush. Lots of thick fucking gnarled bush. And massaging those balls, looking at me, and then moving on to the shaft. Because his massaging his balls is actually giving him a full erection. Full erection. Not half mass, not 3/4 mass. There is no confusion about this boner. It is absolutely torqued. It is ready for prime time, whatever that means. And in this case, it means he's going to jack off. He's going to be whacking it on the bus in front of me, making full eye contact. And for some reason in my head, I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little maybe buzzed up. I drank a couple buzz balls after the library kicked me out because it was closing time. So I went next door and I got to the liquor store. I went to the liquor store and I got some buzz balls. And as everybody knows, especially if you spent any time living outside like I have, you know that the most efficient way to take in buzz balls is in your ass. You have to pour the buzz balls into your ass. You play around with a washcloth. I think that's a waste of time. Also, it makes poop everywhere, and that's gross. I'm just talking about pouring it directly into your ass, doing the exercises and preparation you need to do to get ready for that moment in which you need to pour buzz balls in your ass. So I pour 4 or 5 buzz balls in my ass. I'm sleepy. It's dark already. I'm on the bus. There's this guy with ashy-ass thighs, lubing up his thighs, massaging his balls, and then kind of being real methodical about the shaft, sort of starting at the base and wrapping the finger, just a little cuff link, and then starting at the base and just going up, then going back to the base, going up, going back to the base, going up, And I'd rather do that. I'd rather be stuck there against my will than to have to listen to the absolute perverse display of shallow, unearned, and honestly stupid displays of empathy at Christmas time. Now, what we're going to do tonight, in order to inure ourselves against this onslaught, this Holocaust, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to focus on spite, all right? We are going to protect our sense of spite. What do you hate? What do you resent? You're going to go to a party. Everyone's going to be feeling good, right? Not you, probably. What do you hate and what do you need to protect from the gaslighting that's about to occur? All right? And I put together a couple examples just to get us started. Now, you guys know my brother calls in sometimes. Don't get along with my whole family. All right? Don't get along with them. Oil and water, not a good situation. But I put together some interesting things. I know, please be offended. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to probably have to restart the stream at some point. But, so I put together some examples of resentment that I wanted to share with you. And guys, it's going to be easy. As we open up the phone lines, it's going to be easy to think of, examples like, I hate my conservative uncle for being, transphobic or something. Okay, that's fucking easy. And listen, if you need to start there, if you're one of those lurkers I was talking about, that kind of just, that's what you're thinking of, and that's what's got you excited, and that's what you want to share, boy, howdy do I want to hear from you. I want to hear about that uncle. I want to hear about how transphobic. I want to hear what he says. I want to hear the jokes he says. I want to hear how secretly attracted to trans people he is, how much he spends on trans OnlyFans. Pornography. But honestly, if you're ready to take a step past that, if you're ready to really get into some real shit about stuff that you hate, you resent, you don't tolerate, stuff that when you really think about it, it makes you feel like a terrible person. It reminds you that there's something sour and terrible and broken inside of your heart and soul. I would love to hear from you, more advanced explorers, about that kind of thing. So I put together some examples. First is my cousin is small. I have a cousin who's small, and I hate the bitch. I fucking hate him. I wish I would make him have not just sit at the kiddie table all the time. I put the table outside, and the thing is, because he's small, and it makes me feel good that I'm bigger than him. It makes me feel powerful that I could ball him up. And honestly, he's really nice. He's a nice guy. He volunteers. He works hard. He almost never complains. Always smiling. Always kind of a take it on the chin kind of guy. And he's very popular. But I fucking hate him because he's small. And it makes me feel good to hate him because he's small. So I'm going to keep doing that. And secondly, I have an uncle who's rich. And this is just an example of more resentment. And this is just pure jealousy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this feeling, but he has things that I don't have that I am convinced I would be living a fuller, more content life if I had the things that he had. I don't think he deserves it. I think I tell myself stories about how he's a piece of shit, how he's a business owner, and he's a landlord, and he's doing all these bad things, he's evil. If I really want to feel bad, I get myself worked up about socialism, right? I talk about class, I get upset. But deep down, I fucking just hate the fact that he gets to go and have a pool in his backyard, an above-ground pool built into his deck. Built into his deck. He's an HVAC guy, and he's got an above-ground pool built into the deck behind his house. And it fucking infuriates me. He invites me over all the time. Again, totally nice guy. Works hard for his family. But I imagine killing him sometimes in my darkest moments. So there you go. There's just one is just a power. Two is just a jealousy. If you guys have any examples of this. Number three is homeless people, and this is just an example of intolerance. Just something that I can't stand. I see homeless people, and I have this moment. Of course I pity them, but that's just me jacking myself off because I'm also thinking at the same time like, oh, I wish they just had the same resources. Oh, I wish they had it figured out. They must not be able to figure out the things that I can figure out. They must not be able to get through school. They must not have been been as resilient about having bad parents. Sad. Oh, I feel so bad. I think about them so much. I wish I could do everything for them. And meanwhile, my nipples are getting hard. And I know in my heart of hearts, it feels good that they are degenerates. They are outside, and you know, how many of them, you live outside all the time, too. They're permanent. A lot of veterans, they've done more to sacrifice for things well, except for I've sacrificed so much, but, you know, relatively speaking, I shouldn't resent them, I shouldn't hate them, I shouldn't feel better, but I do. And it feels good to feel better and smarter and more accomplished than people who sleep outside. Namaste. So this is exactly the thing that I want to talk about tonight. This Christmas season, we are going to reinforce our spite, our intolerance, our disdain for the world around us so that we don't get gaslit out there at these parties, at the retail stores, at the fucking gas station, for Christ's sake. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Let's find that spite. Let's find that disdain, even if, and especially so, if it makes you feel like a piece of shit about yourself. If it reminds you that you are just as, you have a rotten core and a terrible potential given the right set of circumstances. Namaste. Saturn Tour. And Hot Ant Stream, we just got raided. Namaste to you, Raiders. Bless you and namaste. It's wonderful to have you. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner. I'm the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's great to be with you. I know the audio is fucked up. I have no idea what's wrong. And I don't know what to do about that. But here we are at Explorations. How did it stream me? Well, how was the stream? How was the stream? What did you do? What'd you get up to? Can you let me know what kind of energy, as we wait for our first caller tonight, can you tell me what kind of energy was sort of invoked in the stream? Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner. What's something I can call you tonight? What's your name? Caller?
Hello?
Caller, yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
Fantastic. It's wonderful to hear you. What's something I can call you tonight?
Genomanic would be fine.
Genomanic, welcome back to the program, Jen. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Wonderful. So it's been a while since you called, Genomanic, right?
Yeah, I think it's been like a year's eve.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, Jen, it's great to have you back on the program. You know, I understand that it could be trying to find the time and energy to do things like this, but the fact that you're able to and willing to tonight is it gives my spirit a lot.
Me too.
Fantastic. Well, Jen, question for you. We're talking about Christmas spite tonight. We're talking about making sure that we have the tools we need to maintain our disdain and resentment as we head into the holiday season. Is there anything that comes to mind when I bring up disdain, or just sort of maybe even just distaste?
Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is my dad died 2 months ago.
How many weeks ago?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks ago, 2 months ago.
Yes.
Dead father, 8 weeks ago.
Yes.
And how are you feeling about that?
Spiteful.
Spiteful towards him because
No.
Can you speak on that? Can you go into spite?
Spiteful previously. Spiteful towards him beforehand. Now I'm spiteful towards the family.
You get a sort. You really are. There's a lot of presents under the Christmas tree for you in terms of spite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunate.
Fortunate. Fortunate this Christmas. Now, can you give us any sort of a couple context clues into your journey with Spite and the passing of your father and the holiday season? Can you just give us a couple benchmarks to give us an idea of what's going on?
Before we go on, I just want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas to you, Jen.
Thank you. Yeah, and everybody out there.
So the entire community is probably how many? I don't know how many people are watching. Usually about 80 or 90,000 people watching this program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And listening. I mean, who can imagine?
Yeah. Yeah. They gave the same deal to me that they gave to that fucking gecko. I'm on Sirius XM. I'm on. They're making like hit clips. Remember hit clips?
Ooh-wee. Hit clips.
Yeah. Great deal. Great distribution deal. But go ahead, Jen. I'm way more interested in your journey of Spite.
Well, so the thing is, like, spiteful towards him, right? Surely. Well, because of like the whole like verbally abusive and like blah blah blah. No, but I'm not a crybaby. But then after that, then why do people spite you after that? And then I'm like, I don't know what to do with the tree. I don't know what to do. I'm embarrassed and I don't know what to do. To be honest with you, I truly don't know what to do. I'm so angry. They bang doors and they scream at me that there's something wrong because I can't deal with their anger. And this is true.
And
now
anger.
I'm spiteful.
Who's your family's anger?
Yes.
Do they know what they're mad at? Is it just kind of a mess over there?
Yes, but also it's like a mess pointed towards also me.
Why you?
Because I've been kind.
So they were looking for somebody. I've been very kind. You go ahead.
I've been very kind to my entire family the entire time, forever. So I'm the punching bag. No big whoop.
Okay, so they're taking advantage of your perceived softness just because you're nice. So
and I'm not.
They think, hey, this
right.
Old Jen's a pussy. Let's take it all out on her.
Yeah.
I'm angry about several things that I'm not going. Oh no, we have a psychic emergency right now, Jen. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Mr. Defo 41 by 9 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 caller, your family isn't real. Your home is infested with poltergeists. Repeat, cheer 300 caller, your family isn't real. Your home is infested with poltergeists. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Interesting. So that's something, take that with a grain of salt. I don't know exactly how he knows that, but maybe it's worth just kind of saving it for later, checking it out.
Okay. I love that. Thank you. I love that for me.
So the family's descending on you to just kind of, they're angry about something. They have a mixture of emotions regarding your father, and then they're just kind of giving you the business about it.
The old one too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's plenty to be spiteful about this holiday season for you in your life. Now, do you feel any pressure, Jen, as we enter December? We're really getting into the thick of it. It's going to probably peak as we get closer. But as we enter the thick of it, do you find yourself being pressured to not feel this spite, to maybe overlook the differences, overlook how you're treated in a sense of coming together and belonging?
Interesting question. I thought about that. And yes. However, I know it's just going to get uglier.
Like in general, like no matter what you do?
Yes. You can't control the ocean.
You cannot control the ocean. Wow. Oh my God. You can't control the ocean.
No.
Beautiful. That was a poem.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bitch, you're a poet. Love that. Absolutely.
I just did that.
Absolutely loving that.
I just peed a little. And I'm proud of it. Okay.
You just peed a little. Well, listen, I'm proud of you for expressing yourself. You're an advanced explorer. You've
Thank
been
you.
here for much longer than a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of newer people than you in this community, and to know that you feel you're taking the program as seriously as you should be, and actually that third step, express, that also can just be pissing and or shitting a little bit or a lot, but it can also be a little bit.
Little. But seriously.
Between peeing and that poem, and then also many riches this holiday season with spite and you know,
Riches.
as you enter as we further into the holiday season, I'm happy to have supported you. I'm happy to have supported you and given you a little bit of encouragement. This spite
Leslie,
is right.
Amazing as usual. Amazing as usual.
Of course.
Thank
Of course.
you.
Well, listen, Cinematic, is there anything else that you would like to share with the community before we move on with some more Christmas spite stories tonight?
No, brother, but may you give me one just line of advice before we go?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, you.
You're going to give me advice. Okay.
No, you give me advice, please.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you advice. Yes, of course.
I mean, you can ask me a question, too. Sure, I'll answer it.
Well, let's
I
start
would
with
love your advice.
your advice. You're looking for advice. I give terrific advice. Let's go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, is it just like a general? Just like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Oh. How important are these people to you? I mean, if you just stop talking to them.
Well, I moved home to take care of my dad, so I'm isolated in the bedroom now. I'm just not sure what to do as far as, like, whether or not I should see them, like, if I should leave my room other than for work and, like, entertain the holidays, if I'm going to be berated and abused mentally. I'm not sure. If you have any word of advice. And then after that, I can answer one of your questions.
I have some amazing advice for you. Consider dealing with your families going to the gym. It's going to improve you. It's going to strengthen your spirit. It's in the fact that you do not like them. They are hurting you, but this pain, it can be very relaxing, can be very informative and helpful. There's so much information there. There's so much. It's like being tested. It's like being tested by an obstacle course, and this can be very helpful. But you know, sometimes those gym rats, they need to stop going to the gym. If you're too committed to self-betterment and you still keep putting your fucking finger in the socket, then it's going to backfire. And so the trick is, how close can you get to bottoming out?
Leslie, seriously? You just nailed it.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I don't really need advice for anything. I'm very successful and my life is going great, but I appreciate the offer. I'll try to remember that the next time I'm not a spiritual guru
one tarot card.
leader.
Whatever.
Yeah. Namaste.
Leslie, nailed it.
It was an absolute treat to speak with you tonight. An absolute treat to speak with you. Hey, don't be a stranger, all right? Call back sooner.
You bet. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Jen. All right, how bad is the audio and what's in front? Is the video in front or the audio in front? The video's in the front. Audio is behind the video. Man, that's weird because I'm like maxed out on my video delay. Can I do this? All right. How is it now? It's better? Fantastic. Wonderful to hear. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic and wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. Namaste. Oh, we have a caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Bill.
Bill, welcome back to the program, Bill. It's great to hear from you.
Namaste.
Namaste to you. Now, Bill, we're talking about Christmas spite tonight. We're talking about entering in the holidays and making sure that we protect the balance in our souls, that we protect the rot in our heart, and the decay, and the hatred and anger. And when I mention these things, what are some things that come to mind? What are some things that you feel are under threat in the holiday season as regards to how you just don't tolerate certain things in this world of ours?
Oh, Leslie, I'm so glad that you picked this topic because nothing upsets me more than Christmas, the holiday as itself.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Let's go into it. So you're just saying the whole goddamn kit and caboodle.
Yeah. Let me explain something.
Yeah.
Here.
Go ahead.
The whole point of Christmas, Hanukkah, all these things.
Yeah.
It's an excuse.
Lump them all in.
It's an excuse to eat food, to stand around in lights and be around friends and family members. You know why? Because it's a holiday for the old and the decrepit.
Yeah.
It's for people on death's door because they can't make it through the winter by themselves. This time of year is a test. This time of year is a test for any able-bodied person. If you aren't spending the holidays by yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. That's how I feel about it.
Interesting. So you're not even saying certain aspects of it that you don't like. You're saying in a sort of meta way, I hate the whole goddamn fucking thing.
That's right.
And that by sort of putting your head in the sand and enjoying the indulgences and frivolities designed specifically for the old and the sick and the dying, that you were weak and naive. Is that what I'm hearing this correct?
Leslie, on Christmas Day, you are not going to find me anywhere near a populated area. I'm going to be in a cabin in the woods. I'm going to kill what I eat, and I'm going to survive on the snow and the ice that I capture and turn into water. It's another year that Bill is going to show the world that he's the master of it, not the other way around.
That Bill's the master. Bill is his own Santa Claus.
That's right. All the gifts come from me.
Bill, how mentally ill are you?
How mentally ill am I?
Yeah.
You know, they say that if you can recognize that you're crazy, you're not truly crazy, so I'm going to go with 50-50.
Maybe like a little less crazy, but
Is it crazy to see the truth in things? I mean, I don't know.
well, I just I no, listen, I don't think that it's negative. I don't think it invalidates your feelings. I think it actually gives you a very important perspective on certain very important aspects of our daily lives that we take for granted. I think there's one special gift. I don't want to hear another goddamn thing. Holy shit moly, we have 2,000 bits coming from Craigulators saying, I love the fireplace, excited about the That's classy, right?
Wow. Nice, Craig.
That is classy. You're right. Craig, thank you so much for that. Namaste to you. Embarrassed with riches this eve. Bless you. That is so much. Well, back to you, Bill. I think that a sort of perspective of the mentally ill is much more interesting, helpful, and productive than listening to another, someone cut from the cloth of Anthony Robbins or Gary Vee or some such other fucking pervert.
Oh, yeah, it's a fair assessment, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I'd rather listen to you hallucinate in the woods because you didn't filter your snow water enough. That vest really shows off those pecs, Leslie. Namaste.
Oh, yeah, you get out there in the cold, your pecs are going to get rock hard. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, I'll bet. Your whole pecs get hard, not just your nipples?
Oh, no, my nipples get hard enough to cut the ice. That's how I make the circles in the ice for the fishing, But yeah, my pecs get pretty hard, too. The whole body gets hard in those temperatures.
So you're scoring ice blocks with your nipples.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
It's
fucking
man's
awesome.
basic knife, if you have nothing else.
Listen, the reason I ask how mentally ill you are, or, I was going to also ask, who hurt you as a child that this is what you do during Christmas? And I'm not asking that, and I'm sort of asking that as sort of a fact-finding mission, not to discount what you're sharing with us right now, because what I think you're sharing with us right now is utterly beautiful. I think it's very important that we be hearing your message right now of we're not gonna pick little rib tips off the bones and suck on little parts of Christmas that we don't particularly enjoy. You're saying fuck the whole goddamn thing. That is a message of strength and a message of clarity.
Thank you. Namaste. I always knew that, talking to you, I can get the straight answer and the real perspective, and I appreciate that.
Of course. I mean, the way you expressed this all tonight has been very clarifying for, I'm sure, many people in the chat right now. It's all right. Ponscom, there's unlimited. Hold on. There's a request. Okay, and we can do that again.
Oh, wow.
We can do that again. It's not even hard for me to do that sort of thing. I'm actually very good at that. And don't worry. No, Bill, as a leader in this community, which I consider you to be a leader. As a leader in this community, what I want to ask you is some guidance for some newer people to explorations. Maybe they're still off put. They're like, but maybe Christmas can be the only time of year that's all good. And I should put aside my resentment, my tensions, my hatred, my intolerance. Maybe I should set that aside. But what kind of advice would you give to somebody like that? Somebody who is just beginning their journey into spite.
Okay, that's a good question. First of all, if you ever need a reason to not go to a family function or anything like that, the holidays, just remember every time you do so, you invariably come back sick. There's always someone's kid that's got some kind of crud, and it gets to you just because you showed up at the family event.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
If you need to get out of something, come up with something. Feign an illness. Say that your dog died. Something like that. Go get a new dog while you're out.
Yeah. Get a new dog. I love what you're doing. I love what you're putting together right now.
You don't owe your family shit. You don't owe your friends shit. They're there. It's a two-way street.
Mm-hmm. Can I think about that for a second? Can we all kind of think about what Bill's sharing with us right now? 1 second. I want to hold a little meditation for you right now. A silent meditation. Everyone, I need you to just silently meditate on what Bill is telling you in order to grasp. To begin to grasp. Just remember the fragile footing on which your family relationships lie. You don't owe them anything. Ultimately, they're just people. Oh, let's go ahead and we're taking a quick 30-second meditation. Namaste. We'll be right back. Revenue Twitch, yes. Hold on. Revenue Twitch, yes. Yes, you will. You will do it. You will be quiet and you will think. All right, I think that was good enough. Listen, you've given us a lot to think about. Oh, you're already biting off big mouthfuls of the big pile, off the big pile, big mouthfuls of meat off the bone in your life when it comes to Christmas spice. So I want to tell you right now, Bill, I really appreciate you stepping up to the plate and swinging that big fat dick around.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. I always want to bring what I can back to the community.
Of course, and you have much to give us as a leader here. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share before we move on to our next exploration of Christmas Spite?
If I can just say for 1 second, Leslie, I just am really impressed by what you do here on this channel. You've touched my life and so many other people's lives, and I just want to say thank you for being some truly interesting and different content out here on the Twitch platform. Namaste, namaste.
Namaste to you, Bill. Your words are touching me right now, and I wish I could just reach through this camera and touch you back.
I wish you could touch me too, Leslie.
I wish I could touch you.
Those hard pecks, yeah.
Namaste to you, Bill. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself tonight.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Namaste. (708-240-8953). We're sharing stories, sharing our visions, sharing our history with Christmas Spite. Now, our first caller called up and said, "My fucking dad died 2 months ago." Holy moly. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What's something I can call you tonight?
Dave.
Dave? Dave, I can barely hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you not that well.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hold on. Go again.
Hello, can you hear me now?
It's so soft.
I don't... Hello, hello?
It's just soft. Can you call back? Because I want to talk to you, Dave.
All right. I'm gonna call back.
Call back, yeah. Craig, 3 gifted subs. Extremely generous of you. Namaste. Okay, you there, Dave?
Yeah. Hello.
It's still so soft. It's all right. Let's I'm going to turn the music off to make sure we can hear what we can. Because I can hear you. It's just a little soft.
Well, it's been a long time. Happy holidays.
It has been a long time, Dave. I see the chat is more than excited to hear from you again. We have all caps chants of Dickroot Dave.
Oh my God! What a thing to be known for.
Yeah, that was a very specific thing for you to share.
Well, it's getting to the end of the year, and I just want to piggyback what Bill was saying. How much you meant to me and to the Twitch channel, and it's been a great year.
It has. Dave, you've been very busy this year. The last couple times we talked to you, you were just getting started into your new business. That was just kind of getting rolling along.
Yes, and unfortunately, it's taken up a lot of my time.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it's completely failed.
No, it's actually thriving.
Thriving business. Thriving entrepreneur. Dickroot Dave, the thriving entrepreneur.
It's a broken record, but there was a time when I had no money and I was 300 pounds.
Yep. Fat as shit. Wife had recently passed. Well, your life your life was total shit.
I was a broke, widowed, fat guy.
Yep. No, not even close to seeing the root of your cock.
I could barely see it anyway.
Barely see his cock in the first place. I can only imagine the depths of horror through which you lived during that chapter, and that through the majesty of this program, you have turned your life around, absolutely lost those lbs, become are you still training?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Now this is a tale to tell a lot of the newer explorers here that they think that maybe this is just a joke, that we get on here and we make shit up and we joke around. And that this doesn't really transform people's lives, is what they think.
I think I'm the total embodiment of what this channel can do.
Did you hear that? Total embodiment of what we can do here. Now, Dave.
Every Tanner is the guru of Twitch.
I don't think there's another one that could even come close to competing with me. I would destroy them. Itty bitty peen committee, says Craigulators. So Craig is saying itty bitty peen, like penis committee, saying that when you were fat, I would imagine this is why he said that. When you were fat and you had your sort of penis was like engorged with the fat of your lower abdomen, that at that moment you effectively had a itty bitty penis.
Right.
It could have been on a committee of such.
Not to mention the low testosterone. I had, nothing.
Low T, no lust for life or anything for that matter.
My cardiovascular system was, in shit.
Now listen, Dave. I could listen to you. I could listen to you praise me all night and day long, and actually we have another communal vision coming from Mr. Defo, another communal vision. Caller, did you ever try to whack off using your own roll of fat, your own fat roll?
No, I never did that.
Defo, how fat are you? Have you done that? I mean, that's really honestly a pretty innovative thing to do. somehow like create
wanted to,
create like a fleshlight. It's like built into your shit already. And a communal vision from Jessica Bears. Can't wait to read this perspective, Jessica. Dave, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. It's hardly even a Christmas movie because it's so violent.
There's so many.
You know, we actually got into it about Die Hard the other night. Whether it was a Christmas movie. I think the two perspectives being fleshed out were it is a Christmas movie, and then the other side was, you fucking tryhards, would you please shut up about Die Hard being a Christmas movie?
You know what other movie that can be categorized as a Christmas movie is Batman Returns.
Fat Man? Listen, well, let's get into that. Hold on one second. We were just raided by Mayor Wirtz. Namaste to you. Raiders, bless you and namaste. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and outside of us to unlock and unleash the potential that lies in our veins as we speak to one another right now. Namaste. Namaste to you, Mayor Wirtz. It's great to have your energy. Great to have your community. Bless each and every single one of you little shitheads. It is wonderful to have you. I wish I could breastfeed every single one of you. I wish I could present my male nipple that can lactate at command. I wish I could feel each and every one of your lips latch onto my nipple and suck the shit out of my nipple and get all the milk and get so much, and it's so thick. This is what I imagine right now. I imagine my nipple milk is so thick for you. And just as proof, I'm going to recap Dave's story because we're getting into tonight's theme with Dave. And just to recap Dave's story, a lot of people think is this just a joke? Is this just a fuck around little hootenanny? Am I here to just do a little whoopsie doozy square dance with a bunch of other retards on Twitch.tv? And no, the program really works. Namaste to you for the gifted sub-cregulators, generous beyond words. Right now we're speaking to Dave, one of the oldest explorers here in the community, somebody who we've grown to cherish, but also we have missed as of late because his life has utterly exploded. At the beginning of this journey, he was fat, coming off his wife dying. He was fat as shit also, and he didn't do shit, and he fucking was depressing and boring. He didn't know any sort of martial art, but now he owns a thriving business, six-pack, he can see the root of his cock, and could kill people with a bow staff. Is that all correct and accurate, Dave?
That sounds great to me.
That's goddamn right. Listen, Mayor Wirtz, though, I got to ask, how was the vibe? What was the vibe of the stream like? Because I got to know what kind of energy has been given to me right now. I got to know what kind of energy has been thrust into the womb of my community as we speak with one another right now. Because if the vibe sucks, I just need to know. I understand if the stream didn't go good. I understand not every stream can go good. I understand that sometimes you got to fake it and push through because you just thinking about the cold metal of a gun against your forehead or something. It's getting very bleak. Your food doesn't taste as good. You're very depressed, but you push through because content is king and content is all that matters. And I respect that. I respect that more than I could possibly express here on Twitch.tv. I would self-immolate if I really got my druthers. But I do need to know what kind of energy we've been given. I've been yelling all evening about the Game Awards, so it's a little nuts. It made me want to sleep with a 9mm in my mouth. Namaste. Namaste. Another gifted sub from Cregulators to Spencer. Bless you. Namaste to you this evening. Listen, I'm excited to have your rambunctious energy here. A bunch of raccoons getting into the trash is what I feel like. A bunch ready to just fire off and hiss at each other, bury each other's fangs and what have you. Love that. Please bring that hate and intolerance because tonight we're discussing Christmas spite. How to hold on to our Christmas spite. Now, Dave, I do got to ask you, I do want to bring you into tonight's theme and get your reflections on this for us. Experience Explorer. We're talking about Christmas spite and how important it is to hold on to things that we hate come this time of year as we're bombarded with positive messages in songs, in greeting cards, in just the general fucking stupid vibe. What's something that you hate and how do you hold on to it?
I hate couples.
Couples. You just fucking can't stand couples.
I hate love,
Hate love.
marriage, dating. I hate it all.
Yep. You
I'd
hate.
like to burn it all down.
I love that. Is that, you know, we had a caller, the last caller make that alpha ass move saying I hate Christmas, and you're also just stepping up to the plate, swinging for the fences, connecting, and saying I fucking hate love and couples in general and romance.
Right. Happiness, togetherness. I hate it.
It's bullshit, you say.
But I have to say one thing.
Please.
You could be the new Andy Williams of our generation.
Wow. Now that's a compliment right there.
You have the whole Christmas motif going. I love it.
I would love
I
to
don't
do
love
that.
a lot of things, but you could be the new Andy Williams for our generation.
You know what I could do? I could sing. Should I sing? Should I give it a little taste?
Absolutely. I think you should go for it.
All right, give me a couple seconds to zone in. La 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 la. Okay. La. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Now I could honestly do that for hours, Dave.
I think you should do a whole stream of just Leslie sings. Awesome.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I think it's an absolutely fantastic idea. I think who better to sort of harness the message and spirit of the holidays in a responsible way than me, Leslie.
And also giving mental health help, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a double whammy. You're bringing people together through song, and you're bringing people together through mental health.
Yeah. And I would say I cured your depression.
Absolutely.
I cured you. It wasn't even that hard for me to do.
A couple of sessions and it was over.
Boom, done. That's it. Then we moved on to the real shit with the business stuff and getting your fuck on and the Bo Staff stuff. That's when we moved on to that. But the depression thing, that's fucking easy. It's not that bad. If you're depressed and you're in the chat right now, I need you to keep it. I want you to remember it's not that bad. It's not that hard to be depressed. Stop it and come to me and I'll help you. Well,
And
wow.
you didn't have to give me any drugs either.
Nope.
Drug free.
As much as we, can enjoy drugs, but this one we did completely scot-free, completely raw dogged it.
Just positive reinforcement. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave, God damn it. It's wonderful to hear your voice. I have one question before we wrap up our call tonight, though. You mentioned being spiteful towards love, romance, couples, the whole shebang. All right? The whole fucking bushel basket. Throw it out. You hate it. You're done. Now, my question for you to follow up after that is how do you, Dave, how do you protect your hatred when you are there is a siege on your mind right now? Every time you go into a retail store, every time you wait on hold, you're hearing some fucking crooning dickhead talking about the togetherness and love and holiday season. How do you protect yourself in this holiday season?
I just have to black it out.
Black out. How do you black out?
I just think of, other things. I can't focus on it. I haven't found a real, ironclad way to not think about it, but I just try to block it out.
It's about deciding to struggle with it, to fight. You constantly fight it and block it out because what is at stake is nothing short of your soul
And my humanity.
and your humanity. I can't imagine anything more tyrannically fascist than these naive morons speaking about the things that we've been complaining about. Listen, Dave, and once again,
I just want to say one more thing.
Yes.
The most evil word in the English language is holiday.
The most evil word in the English language is holiday.
And also give Mish my love.
Of course.
Even though I don't like love, I do like her though.
Hey, I'll tell her right now. Hey, Mish, Dickroot Dave says hi. Oh my God, hi Dave. Miss you, Dave. Well, Dave, listen, I know you're busy, but don't be a stranger. We could use your insight and your clarity here. Once again, this has been a very inspiring call to many of us tonight.
Well, I'll be sure to call before the end of the year.
Please let us get some New Year reflections in.
And keep doing what you're doing because you are a blessing to humanity.
Many people are saying this. Namaste to you, Dave. I cherish you, Dave. Good luck with the business this holiday season as people come into your store and try to ruin your life. But I know you're thriving on it. And again, I want to hear some New Year's reflections as we round the corner into January.
Absolutely, and namaste to you.
Namaste, Dave. Bless you. Bless you. Wonderful. Wonderful to speak to Dave. Always fantastic to speak to Dave. I'm going to turn this down now, finally. Regulator is just skeeting those subs every damn ass where. Very cool. Very generous of you. I cherish you as well, Craig. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, how the hell you doing? It's Tony Spaghetti.
Holy goddamn shit. It's like the all-star roster of
hey!
of old
business
school callers.
Season.
Tony's goddamn spaghetti. How the fuck are you, Tony?
Listen, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing a great time. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Got your little turtleneck. You got your vest. You got the fucking whole situation behind you. You look fantastic. You look great. Listen, God damn it, you look fantastic, and I fucking love you. You know what I mean?
I love you as well, Tony. I'm imagining that you look also very good as well, even though I don't know exactly what you look like, but I'm imagining you're glowing right now. Are you glowing right now, Tony?
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I've been eating a lot. I'm a big boy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of girth. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Girthy fella.
That's what I'm talking about.
Girthy
yeah. That's what you got to do. Thanksgiving into Christmas, girthy type of situations. You know what I mean? You got to get girth. You got to build girth. You know? That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and this girth that you're talking about is just you getting fat as shit.
Right. And I'm talking only belly weight too, you know. I'm not talking leg weight, I'm not talking anything else, only in belly too. So when your wife looks at you, goes, Jesus Christ, you're gaining a lot of weight because she can see it immediately, you know.
Right. Yeah, I mean those pictures where because we can't really choose where our weight goes in our body, but but there's something absolutely so animalistic and visceral and very cool about guys that can just send all that fat to their fucking belly, and it's like a world. It's like
no, 100%. I call that the Viking weight. It's always in the base. You know, it's not in your legs, it's not your arms. It only goes straight to the deep belly too. You know what I mean? Like if I got on a ride at Disneyland, you couldn't lock me in. Yeah, you know what I mean? You couldn't click it. I can't click. I'm not a clickable guy. You know, I can't click in. You know,
the fucking Tower of Terror is just gonna launch you out into the park.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna die on that. If I go in there, they can't click me in. I'll sue Disneyland. My kids will be free forever. You know, that's Disneyland money. That's the whole thing. You know.
Well, that's kind of fun. You could give your life for certain things. I'm sure there are many adults in this world that would do that. I'll bet there's at least one person in this country right now that's got cancer and they're stage 4 and they're on their way out. Family's very sad. Disney World or Land is their most cherished memory, and they're like, I'll bet I could fucking kill myself at Disney World to get free tickets.
You know why? They're not that cool. That's why it doesn't happen that much.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
I think that's really.
They're not that cool. They're not that cool. They won't go. They won't go all the way. You know, that's my thing. Mm-hmm. Go all the way, motherfucker. If you're fat as shit, you're ready to go. Don't strap in on the Tower of Terror at Disneyland. Get shot up. Don't come down. The kids are square. You know.
So yeah, you could maybe Tower of Terror. I'm imagining Space Mountain. Maybe that.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe Harry Potter and that like.
Oh shit! You going to Harry Potter? You're dying immediately. You know, you're a big guy. You get in those little baskets, and they go Harry Potter, 100%. You're dead, 100%. You know, it's fine. You know, you're all right.
Does Roger Rabbit have a ride, or is that Disney?
Oh, you going deep cut? Roger Rabbit cartoon spin at Disneyland, Toontown.
Toontown. Is that a Toontown situation?
That was a Toontown situation. Now, that was a very early 1990s type situation. But listen, Roger Rabbit, if you're going to die anywhere in Disneyland theme park, it should be on Roger Rabbit. You know, you should die there, you know.
Yeah, I would.
You really should. Because Jessica Rabbit's showing your titties at you, you're like, hey, how you doing? You know, like you hit a wall and you're like, oh, cartoon, whoops a daisy. You know, you're all right.
I'd love to just like fling out of the ride, hit a wall really hard, and kind of freak people out, and then they run over to me, and they're like, is this real? What's going on? And then I kind of like roll over, and I can't say anything. I just go, like that.
Yeah, because you're dead. Yeah, your vocal cords have been crushed because you hit a wall at 65 miles an hour, and no one knows what you're doing. You know, this guy's like, hey, is he all right? Like, nah, that guy's all right, you know?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's resilient. I can tell.
Yeah, pick him up. Let's finish the ride. Now, what I would like to do is, if you were to do that situation where you hit the wall at the Roger Rabbit ride, I'd pick you up, be like, oh, he's all right. He's my guy. I'd pick you up all the way to the entire ride and then drop you off dead as a nail. Yeah, you know, that's what I would do. You know.
Ooh, I like that. I like that touch. I think that would probably get the tickets, get the goods.
Right. Like, you know, I'm not gonna let you not experience it. You know, I want to experience the whole thing. Maybe you're dying. You know, we don't know what your last memory is. Yeah, a fun little ride. You know, who knows? You know.
Yeah, just feel that wind, and then bye.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at your turtleneck and your fucking vest and your fucking. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Right? Look at this guy tonight. He's classy as hell. Look at this guy. He's all right. You know, he's looking good.
Yeah, let's Tony, listen, I would love to chit-chat with you about any manner of topics under the sun this evening, but I need to rope you in. I need to access that mind of yours, Tony, that fucking powerhouse.
All right, you're right. I apologize. Go ahead. 100%.
All right, there's too much at stake. The community needs people exactly like you. Now, Tony Spaghetti, tonight we're talking about Christmas spite. You've heard my spiel about it, the importance of it. You're no stranger to how we feel about spite here at the community. It's important. In every manner of that word, it is important. It's critical to our lives. So, holiday season, when I say Christmas spite to you, what's something around Christmas time that you particularly have just no tolerance for? You can't stand it.
No, I'm the homeless.
Okay, that was 100%. Easy. That was probably,
easy.
I could guess that.
It's an easy game, and you know that game, and I'll tell you why. Listen, I'm going to tell you also, but I also don't like trees. You know, they're like, hey, 100%, here's the tree in the neighborhood. Here you go. Look at all these lights. Turn off the lights. I don't need that shit, you know. Fuck the homeless. I tell you, the homeless are easy. That's an easy game. I'm saying someone who puts a tree up and like, hey, how you doing? It's me. Here's a big tree. We're going to leave it on until 11:30 at night. Turn your lights off, you know. I don't need that in my life. Right. I got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and do an electrician's job. I don't need to look at your lights until 11:35. You know what I mean?
So your life is lights. You don't need any more lights.
No, I don't need it. These guys on my corner, they're like, hey, here's a Santa Claus. He's doing all this bullshit. You know, bing, bang, boom. Here's a big fucking, like it's an electric boogaloo type situation, turn it off. I don't need that shit, you know?
Now, who would you say you have more disdain for? These unnecessary light fans that just enjoy putting the lights out on trees at this time of year, or the homeless, people that live outside?
Oof, that's a tough call. I'm gonna tell you my situation around that.
Yeah.
Now these guys putting their lights up, you know, that's a constant situation, right? These guys like, hey, my name is Ted. Look at my cool lights. I'm like, Ted, I'm gonna fucking light your house on fire because your lights are trash, right? Well, you can take your vitriol out on the homeless. You know,
Communal Vision, what's up with those people with the bells always ringing 24/7? That's from Mr. Default. I'm going to throw that to you. The people with the bells ringing 24/7. Tony, your thoughts?
Is he talking about those houses where you walk across and go bling, 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 bling? You know, is that what he's saying?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I'm not sure. I think what he's thinking, you know, and I'm going to tell him because I have the vitriol hate as much as he does, right? So what I think he's doing, he's saying, like, are these those houses that put the lights up plus the music, right? Those guys, burn them in a fire, launch them down, take their fucking deed to their house, take it to court and tell them they're pieces of shit because those motherfuckers are awful. yeah, you know what I mean? They're not those guys.
Oh, yeah. And so,
they're like, ching, ching, chong, bing, bang, bong. I'm like, shut up, motherfucker. I got to go to work at 4 in the morning. I got to make some stuff happen.
We don't do music. We don't care about the ring-a-ding-dingy bells. We don't care about it's that wonderful time of the year. Shut the fuck up is what you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to work at 4 in the morning, you pieces of shit, to get your lights on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work in the electrical business. You know what I mean? Listen, long time, you know, electrical fucking, you know, conduit type union boss. And these motherfuckers out here being like, bing, bang, bong. I'm like, shut up. You know, who no one cares. Oh, congratulations. You had a little song at your house. Good for you. You know what I mean?
So, and then in the context of Tony Spaghetti, how you sort of manage your cornucopia of resentment, it sounds like, how you manage that during come Christmas season is that you take some of the anger from lights and from other, but mainly lights and the music and people's houses. You take your anger from that, and rather than giving that to those people, you give it to the most vulnerable people in society, the people without homes.
The homeless. You're right, 100%. I take it on the homeless. You're right.
Wonderful. I think that's a fantastic, actionable plan because you know a lot of us can speak all day about things that we hate, we disdain, we look down on, we judge, we resent, blah blah blah. But not a lot of us have a plan of how to incorporate those feelings into our lives and how to maintain those feelings and have a plan, an infrastructure for maintaining those things in the holiday season. And you've got it on lockdown.
Right. The program works, you know.
The program
works. I have been here for a long time. My God, we've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? We've been here for a long time. And let me tell you something. If someone irks me this way for a homeless, you know, they're like, hey, bing, bang, boom, how you doing with my fucking lights? I'm going to take out a homeless guy. You know why? Because he hasn't got no choice. Hey, do you have $1? I'm going to stomp you out. You know, I'm going to take your stuff. Not only stop you and tell you no, I'm going to take your backpack. You know, that's what you do. This is my message. This is Tony Spaghetti holiday message. Is if a homeless man during the holidays asks you for money, take his backpack. You know, take his stuff. Who is he to ask you for anything? You take from him. You know?
I'm so in love with that. I love that. I love the energy. I love the vision. I love the excitement, but I also love the sustainability of your framework. And I really want to thank you for stepping up to the plate. I kind of had an idea of what you were going to say tonight, but you didn't disappoint. You're inspiring a lot of people in the chat right now.
Yeah, I love you. Listen, come on. What do you say? Yeah, it's me. Listen, I'm all ears all day, 100%. Whatever you need from me, you know, 100%. That's all. Listen, that's all I'm saying from Tony Spaghetti. Listen, during the Christmas season, you got a bunch of assholes putting their lights up, being like, hey, how you doing? It's me across the street. My name's Jeffrey, and I got a big Christmas-ass bullshit. And you go, listen, what you got to do is fuck Jeffrey, steal from the homeless. It's really what you should do. Because you'll feel a lot better about yourself, you know?
Absolutely. You're going to feel better about yourself. That allow that tension to sort of spread and to overcome that tension. There's more tension to get into. You don't need to double down on this particular tension. They're
You don't
homeless.
need to. No, don't worry about it. Yeah.
They'll
take their backpack.
They'll get over it, or they won't.
Yeah. Yeah, some guy's like, take a look at house. He's like, give me $1. Take his backpack. You'll be fine. And Merry Christmas. You know, hey, also 100% Merry Christmas. Oh, shit. Shit's getting wild. Yeah, it's getting a little crazy out here. Listen, the spaghetti compound. Listen, Guru, I love you to death. You're the best motherfucker of all time. Listen, I got your back entirely, all right?
Namaste to you, Tony. It's been a treat to speak with you. I know I'm not alone in expressing that sentiment. It's been fantastic to hear from you, Tony.
Hey, I love you to death. Have a nice night, all right?
Love you, Tony. Have a good night. Wonderful. Wonderful to speak to Tony for any length of time. But guys, guess what? I got to piss. I'm going to go piss, and then I'll be back, and we're going to continue exploring. Allow your mind to reflect on the topics, the plans, the breadth and depth of the spite that you're probably avoiding. You're avoiding it. You've got it. If you're telling yourself, wow, I'm otherwise entertained by this program, but it's not really applicable to me in my life. I want you to take a long, hard fucking look into your life. I want you to be honest. I want you to make a little notebook of the shit that you fucking can't stand, that you hate, and I want you to let yourself hate it. I want you to let yourself just enjoy the feeling of being stronger, better, and spiteful towards others who have things that you don't, or maybe even that are just they're weaker than you, and they're more vulnerable, and that makes you feel good. We'll be back to explore these topics and much more on the second half of Explorations after I take a piss. I'll be right back. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out. And as we do that, we find that these two seemingly disparate worlds, the subjective and the objective, the self and the other, we find that these worlds are not so separate, huh? We find that this, what's supposed to be a very clear line between the two, is actually very gray. And as we interrogate this gray zone, what we find is that this is the source of our power, our true power, the manifestation of our true becoming. Namaste. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru and Wiki.
Holy goddamn shit,
Wiki
Wiki
Wibba.
Wibba.
Hey there, buddy. Hey, pal.
Wiki, it's fantastic to hear from you. How are you doing tonight?
I had a pretty good one. A pretty good day. Uh-huh.
That's fantastic to hear. That's wonderful to hear. Now, tell me a little bit about your day today, if it was so good.
Well, I was kind of on top of the mountain there for a little bit. I went to this place, a taco place, but it wasn't the top notch. It was El Toro Taco, and they actually sell chili dogs there too. So it was kind of a knockoff Mexican place, but I didn't understand the chili dog.
What's it called? Pollo Taco?
El Toro Taco.
How do you spell that?
E-L-T-O-R-O Taco. El Toro Taco.
Okay, I see what's going on. And then as you ordered, you found that the tacos were not up to snuff. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, the burrito was a little off, and the taco was something it was kind of I could fix at home. It wasn't nothing special to the taco. I could have cooked up some meat and made my own taco. It was like a homemade taco.
A gifted community sub from Craigulators. Namaste to you, Craigulators. Bless you and namaste this holiday season. Being very generous tonight and really genuinely appreciate you and your energy. Bless you. He understands the value of investment in the program. Now, is there anything more disappointing than trying to escape how boring home food is? It's very depressing and boring, and then trying to escape that only to have what basically is home food in a restaurant.
It felt very homey. It was like a homey taco.
In a good way or bad way?
It wasn't a bad taco, but it wasn't nothing special. Like when you go to a taco truck or you go to a Taco Bell, at least you know what you're getting. There, it was like I could just went back there and made the taco myself.
Are you Hispanic? Does your family make tacos?
We used to have taco quite a bit. They're easy to make. You get the shells and put the meat in there. That's what my mama do. She used to do that a lot and stuff like that. Simple
Keeping
food.
it simple. Okay, interesting. We use the taco seasoning, I'd imagine, from the grocery store?
Maybe sometimes she did if we had the money. Sometimes she probably didn't. We didn't know no better. We were just kids. She'd squirt ketchup in there and say that was taco sauce. We believed it for a couple of years.
Interesting. Now, listen, I want to ask you a question tonight, Wiki. I want to ask you a question. Because, you're a pretty resilient person. You have a pretty open mind and a pretty positive outlook in general. Would you say that's accurate?
I think when I get down, I can get way back up. I think I can climb the mountain again. I always had that hope.
Yes, exactly. And I would agree with that assessment. I think that you are one of the most resilient explorers in this community, I would say.
That's very kind of you.
By
From a smart
far,
man like yourself.
You've inspired many people. Every time you call, I see the chat absolutely explode with excitement.
Oh, the community, they're too good. They just too good.
No, I mean, that's certainly not true. But also you're discounting the energy that you bring to people's lives. Now,
Oh, that's so kind.
Wiki, one concern I have for you, though, as your leader,
Mm-hmm.
one concern I have for you is that you're a little too resilient.
Mm.
Now, I know that sounds weird, right? Why would that be a bad
No.
thing?
Always a lesson to learn.
We got a communal vision from Phil Z. I am absolutely ecstatic to read this perspective. Wiki is always positive because he's always positive because he's ripping 40s of Colt 45s in the Palkin Watt.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't know me. I mean, he must have hit me up. Must have been about to be B&D's grocery. He must have been down there one day. That Phil Z, yeah.
Yeah, Phil Z tends to do that a little bit.
Whipping the 40, baby. Woo!
Yes. Yes. I love 40s as well. There's nothing quite as fun as just drinking 40s.
I bet old 40 will make your day bright.
Now, what happens when you don't drink 40s, though, Wiki? If 40s are an important part of your life, Wiki Wiva, what happens when maybe you don't have money or access to a 40 ounce?
The program helped me a lot there. I had a lot of problems with masturbation because I stay work hard all the time. I did that quite a bit. I've been tempted back. I've been trying to be like my guru and be more a little bit celibate, be more a sexual being to myself. I've been trying to stop with the ladies a little bit and put all back.
Very interesting. Very interesting to hear. And it heartens me so much to know. Those of you that are not familiar with this aspect of the program, we refer to it as alpha sensuality. You for yourself. It is a program. It is just as carnally sexual and viscerally sensual as any sexual experience you'll ever have in your life. But it is coming from you and is directed towards you. To create a sort of feedback loop of sexual energy allows you to glow in your own context, explore with your own context, and therefore discovering new layers, aspects of the self that you not even imagined until the point of the excruciating moment that you're jacking off for the 40th time that day. Bill Z with a communal vision. Tantwick Wiki sounds like a Black Ho event Horizon.
How
do you feel about that?
That's very scientific. I don't know one of those words. I know what a black hole is. I've been around a black hole. She's a cute girl. She's very cute.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know about the other scientific words.
Yeah, don't worry.
I don't know about the event Horizon. I see horizons.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna let that lie. I'm happy that you've met the black holes in your life and enjoy them. And I wish you luck after you wrap up with alpha sensuality and masturbating and what have you. Now, Wiki, as I said before, I'm worried that you're a little too resilient sometimes, and not that I want to hear it from you right now. Is I want to hear we're entering the holiday season, right? And we're forced, practically at gunpoint, to reflect positively on our lives and to cherish our loved ones and friends. So what I'm saying is that I think it's critically important that we remember, both as people and as explorers, we remember the things we hate and how important those things are in our life. So, Wiki Wiva, can you give me some example of things that you hate that just eat you up and you can't do anything about it. You just fucking hate it.
No, you got me right there. When I saw what the show was about and everybody talking about those things, it brought up some bubbling up feelings for me from past Christmases because I was about to a 6-year-old. We were with my mama, and we were kind of poor. And we'd all had to go to Christmas, and Nanny and Caw and Pawpaw would be there. And he'd bring Uncle. My uncle would come over, and my cousin be there.
Yes.
That'd be Derek.
Yes.
Derek and Anthony. And they were really rich. And they had all the cool toys. And they'd have like the Transformer. They'd have the He-Mans. They'd have all the cool toys. Like they'd whip out a cool little car like a Camaro or the Night Rider. And they'd be, it'd have all kinds of sounds and beats.
Yeah.
And I have in my hand a finger silly putty that I opened for Christmas. And I was thinking, why is Santa not nice to me? I hate those little son of bitches. I can't stand them. And if I could, I would beat them. But I could not because it was Christmas and Nanny Caw told us not to do that. They said, you don't beat on people on Christmas. Here's your French toast. And I didn't eat my French toast, and I just remember just seeing red and wanting to beat them and take their toys. And I felt good to have that feelings. Like I wanted to choke Derek and take Anthony in a headlock and then put him in an Indian leg lock and then break his ankle and to do nasty things with a fork to his leg, like stab it a bunch of times. But I was a little boy, and I didn't know that wasn't something you wasn't supposed to do, but I wanted to. But the only thing that kept me back was Caw. She kept me back from that.
Wiki.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. This is wonderful to hear. I love hearing this. You just became a 5-dimensional being in my mind, WikiWiba. This relationship that you had as a child, this resentment. Why doesn't Santa care about me? Why do I only get Silly Putty and I watch these shitheads who I want to kill? And we got a communal vision from Phil Z. Sounds like WikiWiba might be related to Wick Flair.
I like that Wick Flair. Woo! I like that Wick Flair.
So are you related? Any relation?
No, I wish there was. I'd like to be. I would like to know Dusty Rhodes and Wick Flair. Those were two big, strong guys. They'd beat your ass.
Certainly, certainly they could. Now, I want to go back to this anger, this hatred and anger that you had to was Derek your cousin?
Yeah, 2 cousins, they 2 boys. Anthony was a little bit older, and Derek was my age.
Anthony and Derek, and you imagine kind of mutilating them, taking their stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It felt good to think about this, didn't it?
Yeah, it felt really nice. Like I would get my just desserts. Because they would flaunt it and say, ooh, you got Silly Putty. And I'm
I love this.
trying to make something out of it.
And Phil
And
Z
he
with a
got a
gifted sub.
Transformer.
Phil Z with a gifted sub to Reverend of Twitch. Namaste. And a request from Reverend of Twitch to say woo again.
Woo! There we go.
Listen, no one's going to call the cops on you, and you know that now. You're a grown man, but you could break his ankle and probably get away with it should the time arise in which you need to. But listen, but most importantly, I think we covered some really important ground. We established a bitter wiki, an upset wiki, a slighted wiki, and a wiki that's not about to let it go. And as we enter the holiday season, I'm worried about you. Because these cool, laid-back, you're a cool, laid-back guy, open-minded, you get along with people like you. And you're in the spotlight in your band and running rehearsals and what have you. You're a figure, a public figure. So what I think is going to be extremely important for you, as you are literally inundated with this gaslighting, to feel good and benevolent about others. I think it's very important, Wiki, that you imagine you hold on to that spite. You hold on to that violence towards your cousins. You do not let that go, and you do not let anyone take it from you.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Next time I see Derek, he's now in a wheelchair, I'm just going to come and do the hammer fist on him. When he woke up,
Fantastic.
I'm going to come up and take the hammer fist on his forehead.
Is he handicapped? Like, what kind of handicap is
Yeah,
he?
he got in a car wreck. He got in a car wreck.
Has he got brain things
now he's
wrong,
in a
or is he just
wheelchair.
paralyzed?
He's paralyzed from the hip down.
But he's still him mentally?
Yeah, oh yeah, he all him. He all him. He's still a proud little bastard. He come over in his wheelchair and everybody gives him all the loving. Oh, I hope you're okay, Derek. How is yours? How is this? I'm over standing in the corner. I never say nothing. I'm usually real quiet. I got my 40 and we're having a Christmas, spanky spank. I get my candy cane and I shut my mouth. But I would like to take a hammer fist to him for all the years and years of torture he put me through with all them cool toys. And I had no toys. I had the silly putty, or I get some gobstoppers, or sometimes I would find like candy cane or something like that, but I had nothing else.
We hate Wheelchair Derek.
I don't like him still, even though he is injured.
We hate Wheelchair Derek. It's not just you, it's me, and it's this entire community. We hate Wheelchair Derek. Wonderful. Fantastic. I love that. We really accomplished a lot tonight, and I'm so proud of you, Wiki. How you've come so far, and you're such a bright, shining example of what is possible here in the program should they take the investment in the program seriously. And I want to thank you for your example here tonight.
Well, I appreciate you, Guru.
Now, before we move on to another exploration of Christmas Spite, of course, I have to ask you, as I do every single night, for a Wiki with a song. Now, those of you who are not familiar with Wiki is a very accomplished musician. Extremely prolific songwriter, very talented, truly an asset here of what is possible, creatively speaking. I don't know if any of you are artists, but we've got somebody who's absolutely unlocked the next level through his work. Now, Wiki, as always, you don't have to if you're feeling tired, but do you have a song that you could share with us tonight?
Well, when I saw the topic and it made me think about all those things, I did write a song, and I wrote it just tonight, just for you and for our community. It's called Kindness.
How lucky are
it's a Christmas
we?
Song.
How lucky are we this night to receive a fresh, hot off the press Wiki Whip? Has anyone seen the song before, Wiki?
No, it's the first time I ever gonna try it. I've never done a Christmas tune before, so I'm gonna do a Christmas tune. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
It's not a
Everyone is
rock and
so
roll.
excited already. Let's listen, Wiki. I paused the music over here. I even took the overlay off, so it's just me, the fireplace, and your dulcet tones. So whenever you're ready to begin, Wiki, the stage is yours.
Okay, this one called Spite Miss Community, and I hope you get to feel it and get to feel it inside. It goes a bing a bong a bing bing a bing a bong a bing a bing 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 a bing bong bong a bong bong bing a bong bing. I wish you a miserable Christmas. I hope you had no cheer. May your presents be awful and the rotten eggnog is something to fear. I hope your stockings are empty and the lights are broke on your tree. May your dinner be spoiled and your guests are lies and thieves. All I want for Christmas is for you to go away. The one time a year, bitch, keep your fake ass gifts away. I just want you to have a shitty day, have a shitty Christmas, and take it up the ass anyway. Hey, bing a bong a bing bong, a bong a bing a bong, a bing bong bing a bong bing bing, a bong a bing a bong. And that's my Christmas tune.
Oh my God. Absolutely amazing, Wiki. Thank you so. I feel embarrassed that we have been given such a gift in your basically a world premiere. I'm not shying away from using that word. A world
It was
premiere.
exclusive. It was exclusive.
Exclusive WikiWiva track for the holiday season, and it couldn't be more perfect for this community here. This community here full of just the resentful, mentally ill, degenerate, upset, weak, vulnerable people here at the community needed that, and you absolutely delivered. What we didn't even know we needed in some ways.
Well, I appreciate everybody. Namaste, Merry Christmas, or Merry Spitemas, whatever one you choose. And let's have a good Christmas, everybody. I love you guys.
Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste to you, Wiki.
Namaste.
Namaste. Wow, already a caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Buck, your good buddy. I tried calling in earlier, but I had to go to the emergency room for the pup.
Okay, well, Buck, it's good to have you back on the program. Buck, how are you tonight, other than the emergency room?
Pretty good. You know, I got the puppy in the emergency room and just, a little bit, worried about him. But otherwise, I figured I'd call into my good buddy Leslie.
All right, well, that sounds great. I'm so glad that, I and the community could be here for you in this trying time. Now, the puppy is in the emergency room, and yet you still found time to commit yourself and invest yourself in the program, and I commend you for that.
Well, I needed, some Leslie time to help me through my problems.
Of course, you need help too, all right? So let's take you to the emergency room, so to speak, as well, and in that of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, Buck, let's chat. We're talking about, I'm sure you've seen a little bit of the program tonight. We're talking about Christmas spite. We're talking about the importance of maintaining and protecting our resentments in the holiday season. Not letting them go, not letting other people take them from us, not letting ourselves be gaslit. Now, when I say those things to you, Buck, what do you think of? What's something that you're resentful of? What's something that you see somebody else, you see something and you're just like, I wish I had that, or I hate them, and it's not fair that I hate them, but I hate them anyway.
Oh, hell, Leslie, you just want to hear my violent streaks, because, like I told you, I like Die Hard as a Christmas movie, don't you?
Listen, I knew it was in there somewhere. When you mention a violent movie such as Die Hard, during this time of year that it's supposed to embody the sort of opposite sentiment embodied within Die Hard, I think that there's usually a couple screws loose. Maybe something happened to you as a child, maybe an injury or somebody, who knows? Maybe somebody might have touched you, or somebody who knows? Let's get into this resentment. Now, you're violent. You got a violence inside of you. Have you reflected on that at all?
Especially at Christmas time.
What?
I said I reckon I do, especially at Christmas time.
Interesting. So you're telling me that you're more violent during the Christmas season than other times of the year. Communication from Phil Z. Hold on one second, Buck. Buck strikes me as the Rambo of Christmas. So Rambo 1, I'm assuming you're referring to. So a sort of disaffected, disgruntled veteran wandering through the wilds of America, happening upon a small town and absolutely letting the post-traumatic stress disorder loose, going crazy, killing many people. Does this sound familiar to you, Buck?
Well, Buck was in Iraq, man.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, it did. It did. Especially when you're in a losing war.
That was pointless to begin with.
100%. And, all the patriotism, Alan Jackson at the time, you know, getting us in the mood to get ready to fight for our country. But were we really fighting for our country?
I would ask you that, Buck. How did it feel in Iraq? Did you feel like you were fighting for your country, the United States of America?
Well, I suppose like every American I did, up until we realized that the bullshit was just for oil.
Right, just the control of a resource.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
That resource is still expensive as hell.
Yeah, so did you even really, you know, you came back, I would imagine you got some mental health problems, and gas is expensive.
Well, I'm not one of them guys. You know, I know guys who, they got the mental health issues. But, you know, Buck is known to, like, have a flashback or two. You know, he lost a couple buddies over there.
Namaste. I've lost people to the Iraq War as well.
Oh, yeah, it's a sad thing. You know, I had a convoy one time, and my buddy, he was driving, he was singing. Next thing you know, the truck in front of us hit an IED and took out some of the boys that we were with in our group.
And it was it hidden on the side of the road?
I reckon it was hidden under the road, and It was so sad because my buddy, he didn't sing for a good 5 years after that.
5 years of no sleep.
No, he didn't sing. He had a beautiful voice, I tell you what, and he didn't sing.
Sing.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little bit of feedback, and then I'm a little inebriated.
Well, we've got a communal vision from Phil Z. Can't wait to read this perspective. Man, that sounds like a terrible Christmas.
Well, I didn't even get into Buck's Christmases.
Well, you know we're talking
Buck's
about
family.
We can resent certain things all year, and of course I'd love to hear your opinion as far as Christmas, but we've covered some pretty serious resentment so far, and I'm happy to have talked about it. You know, the first person to call tonight discussed her dead father as died recently, about like 2 months ago. From what I could tell, she was calling from his former bedroom. So I love this stuff. I love when we get into the real nuts and bolts and really put this program to work.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been to the wars and stuff, but you know the PTSD really comes from the family wars.
Interesting. Speak on that. Let's get into some family resentment. So we've covered now, you know, the resentment of the U.S. government, of being lied to as a former service member, the resentment of being, you know, of having to support the troop slogan kind of rammed down your throat, kind of making puts you in a position of, well, I don't, you know, how do I react to that? Lots to unpack there.
And, you know, coming back, seeing all my buddies, you know, go homeless and stuff, man, because, you know, they don't really take care of the vets, you know, especially from the losing wars.
Nope. Get yourself a 5% off discount at Ponderosa on Tuesdays or something.
You ever see L.A., man? You got all those vets right next to the VA hospital, or staying on the VA hospital just because they need to get care, man. Why don't they house them vets? You know, they fought for our country. They paid their $1.05.
No idea. I mean, it's truly a nightmare, a living nightmare.
I think we're all living in a nightmare right now, and that's why we need people like you, Leslie.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I think, and we and more broadly need communities exactly like this one that can speak directly to what you're bringing us tonight, and not shy away from the resentment and anger and disappointment that we carry around But so Buck, I thank you so much for offering all that bummer shit about the
No,
war. Now let's turn over to the
it's
family
good to
war.
let it
Let's
out.
turn over to the resentment of family business. Can we do that?
Oh, 100%. Buck likes to dish this out.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Family wars coming up. Holiday season. Who in your family do you just fucking hate?
I hate my brother, man.
Nice. Speak on that.
You know, the motherfucker has Christmas as his birthday. So he's going and double dipping right there.
Double dipping, belle of the ball, little fucking star of the show situation.
Exactly.
Yep. Uh-huh. Hey, look at me.
You know-
I deserve twice the presents.
Oh, yeah. He's one of them, little SOBs.
Uh-huh. And growing up, I would imagine that put you in an awkward position. Once again, having to
Yep.
defer to someone else's emotional reality.
And since he was the first kid, he got first pick of the gifts on Christmas. Because my family, you know how we do Christmas is they just put a bunch of shit under the Christmas tree wrapped up. You got to run up there like a pack of wolves and, grab at it. First come, first serve.
Good Lord. I'm imagining a visceral nightmare. Carnage is as bone and sinew are torn asunder.
Yeah, I got to go right now. I got to go back to the emergency room for the pup. Sorry.
Listen,
I'll call in tomorrow. Leslie.
Good luck with the pup situation. Thanks for sharing so much tonight, Buck. Namaste.
You have a good one.
You too, Buck. Bless you. You gotta say namaste, though. I don't, maybe it's the vet thing, but you gotta say namaste back. That's just how it works. You don't get special treatment because you're in a war. You gotta say namaste. I don't give a shit. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Phil.
Phil, welcome back to the program. Phil, how you doing tonight?
Well, it's the most terrible time of the year.
a fun new spin on an old classic. Kind of flipping the script.
Can I continue that? Can I continue that? When your wallet is empty and so is your soul, so you drink lots of beer. It's the most terrible time of the year.
Yes,
I'm
Phil.
super drunk. I fucking hate Christmas.
You hate Christmas. Bummed
I
out.
fucking hate Christmas.
Give me three
It's the
things you hate
stupidest
about
holiday.
Christmas right now, Phil. Three things. Go.
Oh, there's nothing good about it. Okay. So, you're in Thanksgiving, right? And you're, having a great old time. And then, everyone's like, now we have to lose weight. Now we have to lose weight. And then you're full of fucking obligations. Then you wake up every day. People are, looking at you in the street and, you're not good enough. It's like, oh, you didn't put up your lights. Oh, your tree's not up yet. Oh, you didn't get this yet. Your shipping is going to be delayed. Oh, it's and then people are driving like fucking idiots. It's a complete disaster. I hate it. It's because they're worried about the color of their fucking wrapping paper. I hate it. This holiday is
Deceiving. Now here we have a healthy boy. We have a healthy boy in Phil Z.
Christmas.
Now,
I hate this holiday. It's the dumbest fucking holiday.
Now
everybody likes it. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Those of you that are newer here, I want you to really soak in Phil's vibe right now, because this, whether you are the kind of person who explicitly wears their heart on their sleeve, such as Phil is right now, or maybe you're a little more subtle, nuanced person who just leaves pregnant pauses and maybe breathes a little weird when you're violently angry. I want you to look at what's alive in Phil right now. What's alive in Phil is this sort of exactly the hatred, disdain, resentment, and spite that we've been talking about all night. It's boiled up to the surface, ready to boil over at any moment. Very unpredictable, very
it's already
alienating,
boiled
I'm
over,
sure,
buddy.
to a
It's
lot
already
of people
boiled
that you
over.
know in your
Everybody's
life, Phil.
What's that? Sorry.
I would imagine this is your energy, your overall vibe is alienating to a lot of people in your life.
Oh, you know what else is alienating? This holiday, because it's stupid, and you're all a bunch of idiots. We're all just stupid fucking robots walking out there. Ooh, look at me.
There we
buying
go.
This.
Awesome.
You go to the Home Depot. It's like, there's all this shit, and like I'm here to buy oil, right? I'm here to buy like a very simple thing, and they're like, oh, here's 20 fucking thousand things of Christmas, and I can't get through it all because I'm just here to buy like oil, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, I get it.
I
get that.
hate it. Everywhere you go, and they're like shove it right in your face, like, oh, Merry Christmas. Fuck you. Like I get it, right? I like Jesus as much as the next person, but holy shit, do you need to like rub it in my face? You know?
Right. It's like listen,
so
you fucking weirdo, you religious fucking weirdo, get it out of my face.
Yeah, dude, when I grew up, like I was like in Little Germany in Pennsylvania or whatever the fuck, we got like crochet pillows that say Jesus is the reason for the season for Christmas. And now you're like, every kid gets a Nintendo Switch and your bank account's just drained to the bottom. It's like, what the hell are we doing?
There we go. Now there's some meat on the bones. Phil, would you say you resent your children this holiday season?
No, I resent culture. All of us. It's like, but I also resent them.
Okay, yeah, so both. It's a both situation. The culture around
true.
Christmas,
So, like,
but
a little bit
also
of both.
just the existence of
A
your
little bit
children.
of both. I just don't like. What do I look like? Do I look like fucking Santa? No. I look like a Santa.
How fat are you?
I'm fat, and I'm jolly, and my belly moves like a bowl full of jelly when I laugh, and I go, ho ho ho. That's how I laugh.
How gray are you?
I'm not gray yet. I'm getting there.
You're getting a little.
You keep this shit up, I'm gonna be gray as fuck.
Little salt and pepper.
Oh, right now it's like there's like this one strand of my hair in my head, and it's like the white strand. You ever have one? Have you ever seen anybody with one of those?
I'm
I got one
imagining
of those
like a fat George Clooney right now.
Oh, yeah, that's very accurate, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I felt. That's the vibe that you put off.
very
But
accurate.
cooler because you're resentful. You have this very
Well, George
alienating
Clooney
energy
hides
that I
it
think is
because he's a
very
fucking
attractive to
baby.
people.
He's a fucking baby, George Clooney is. Do you see an espresso commercial where he like rides on that girl from the Netflix shows Vespa? What a baby, George Clooney. Ugh. Blah.
Vespa.
Yeah, he rides on a Vespa.
Oh man. Well,
He's
listen,
riding around a Vespa.
I love how much anger you have inside you tonight.
I'm glad you picked this topic because I hate this holiday to no extent. I wake up Black Friday. People call it Black Friday for shopping reasons. I call it Black Friday because that's the moment when my life ends.
Every
And
Friday is
all-
Black Friday for me because I love black people.
Well, I'm not racist, but being
exactly.
black isn't that like I am about to want to. I immediately like, oh, this is the day I have to put like those sleeves on my wrist to resent killing myself with my pocket knife because I hate this time of year so much. And they're like, oh, your leaves aren't cleaned up. Oh, you don't have the lights out yet. The ornaments aren't put up. Oh God! Like, give me a fucking break.
Love that so much. Love that. I love how. Listen, a lot of people aren't as brave as you, Phil, and I want to commend you in your bravery tonight. I think your ability to just like nurture and maintain this level of like just alienating resentment and anger. I think is very brave of you and very strong of you. A lot of people don't have the constitution for what you do. And a communal vision from Defo, who isn't leaving their tree up 365 in 2023? So, that's a good question. I don't know.
Defo, you're looking for like the little like lazy eye from somebody in your neighborhood that someday they're gonna be like, you're that guy. And then next thing you know, they're going to call you out at like the...
We've been rated. Hold on
meeting.
1 second, Phil. Hush up. We've been
All right,
rated by Aristotle. Guys, shout out Aristotle real quick. Aristotle has a very fun... he's what you could call a nerd. And you know how these days when you say that, it means like something kind of vague and generic, like somebody liked... maybe they like the Ninja Turtles picture or what have you, but otherwise they're a normal person. This is not what I'm talking about. Aristotle runs a very fun and informative philosophy channel, and it is very fun and enriching, but it is absolutely that like old version of nerd shit. And if that is what you enjoy, then you will enjoy that. Namaste. Namaste. Shout out Aristotle. Oh, there's 2 T's. I always fuck that up.
So I just realized I actually like Christmas.
Join me in following Aristotle if you don't already follow Aristotle. I mean, I already follow Aristotle, but smash that follow if you like speaking about the Greek, all the shit they said back then. Go. What the fuck were you saying just now, Phil?
I changed my mind. I still like Christmas.
You like Christmas?
I changed my mind.
You just kind of flipped the whole script on us, huh?
Well, you know, you have to like kind of get it out.
Well, listen. Even if this is just an exercise, I believe that resentment is inside of you, Phil. I believe that anger is inside of you. I don't think you were faking it. I think that this was maybe an exercise for you to really get that stuff out.
I'm putting my life mask back on. Is what I'm doing.
Your life mask?
Yeah, your life mask. You don't have a life mask?
You're talking about like a CPAP machine or something?
No, you go back into real life from your insane.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're putting the mask back on. So you're re-entering the atmosphere of shared reality. Yes. Namaste. Namaste. Skilled, adept explorer. So, guys, I think you just put on a masterclass of what we could all be keeping in mind this holiday season. Let it out. Exercise it. Stay in touch with your resentment. It is a source of more power than you can ever imagine. And as you enter the fray, this godless, demonic season of the holiday season, which wants nothing short of absolutely sort of dining on your soul. Old Country Buffet, they want to eat the soul out of your ass, and they're going to do it with positive affirmation and
violence is almost always upsetting, and mass shootings are definitely another one of those times.
And that was hopefully that really got you to where you need to be. Disciple, namaste to you. And a communal vision coming in from Stone Monster. One moment, Phil. I can imagine Phil Z as a chubby Clooney like Santa on a CPAP machine drooling everywhere.
I actually thought about applying for the job as Krampus, but I couldn't find it. If anybody knows how I can apply to be the next Krampus, please let me know. If anybody's
so we got
connections.
Yeah, just send your headshots. If you could put your headshot in the Discord.
Oh, I don't need a headshot.
Huh?
I don't need a headshot. I'll just show my ravenous claws. I don't need a headshot.
You know, okay.
I got it. I got this thing.
We're gonna want a headshot. We're gonna need a headshot.
All right.
We're gonna need a headshot.
I think I could just roar, and then I'm like, oh boy, this guy's got it. I roar instead of ho ho ho. I want to knock that thing out of the park.
Well, I would love
Krampus McGee.
I would listen. I want to commend you for what you've done for us tonight. You've done more than you can imagine. You stepped up to the plate and you showed everyone in this community exactly what an adult looks like. An adult that in a psychic emergency. One moment.
Oh boy. Every time you think you gotta go.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Disciple to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300. Repeat. Cheer 300. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Disciple, you totally missed your opportunity. Just do something instead of just putting a 300 cheer for them.
Yeah, Deceitful, psychic emergency, just a general level. Why don't you invoke a general level of panic and urgency in the community? And sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes, yeah, you can raise the alarm about something specific, but sometimes you just need to get somebody in the room screaming. Maybe they've got a gun or a knife or a bow staff in the case of Dickroot Dave, who we spoke with earlier, just waving a weapon indiscriminately and screaming. Huh?
I missed Dickroot Dave?
You missed Dickroot Dave, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, it's been like over 6 months since we heard from Dickroot Dave and we got an update. He said he'd call back though.
All right, hopefully he does. You know what? I'm going to say farewell, if I may, or namaste as farewell as I say. But I just want to remind everybody, your family is completely useless, and you have to take control of your holidays. Fare thee well. Namaste, Leslie.
Namaste to you, Phil. Thank you for being so generous with yourself this evening. Namaste to you. May the path unfurl before you. Great to speak to Phil as always, guys. Great to speak to Phil as always. And I'd like to also welcome Aristotle's community here, guys. What was the stream like? What was the vibe like over there? Give me some information about the energy that's just been spewed into us, into our little community here. Because I'm not going to say that it was sometimes streams don't go good. Sometimes they suck. Did it suck? What was the energy like right at the end? Maybe somebody brought up something that started a conflict that you didn't want. Or maybe it was just fun. I don't know. Welcome, Toasty Tom, 3UD Ammonia, Namaste, Inspector Diameter. Welcome formally to the program. Welcome to the first day of the rest of all of your lives. Namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the universe, the program with which to explore the universe and beyond, and unlock the true power coursing through our veins as we speak and gather with one another on this blessed eve. Bless you tonight, each and every single one of you. Fight for them, hitting with that gifted sub to Dark 2D. Extremely generous of you. Looking out for your community members and also demonstrating the value of investment in the program. Now, here, yeah, you can show up, you can play with the channel points, you can give me a call. Of course, talking to me directly, me, Leslie Tanner, is an invaluable asset to have in your life now that you're a part of the program. It will be utterly transformative. However, if you want it to be super transformative, then that is where the investment comes in knowing how to invest, whether to invest, yes. How to invest, how much to invest, how frequently to invest, blah, blah, blah. It depends on how far you want to get up into the next level. How hard do you want to become? And yes, do I mean phallically? Do I mean your penis? Do I mean how turgid your lips, your labia might get? How fucking firm your inner labia might also get? Then yeah, we can talk about that. Or I'm also just talking about the act of truly becoming, the act of becoming that which you were meant to, that is written into the stars, but is not guaranteed. That's why we come here. Namaste, caller, welcome to Explorations, and you just kind of hung up. Okay. Is the system better than Bob Seger's system? Yes, Deceitful. Yes, absolutely it is. Also, Deceitful, thank you for those bits and for the psychic emergency. I want to bless you for that also. I want to bless you, Deceitful. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. James of the Cat, namaste. It's good to see you in chat as well. Guys, it's getting late. I think what we're going to do is find a raid. We're going to find someone to raid. Find someone to raid? Who should we raid? Who's even on? I'm not usually even streaming this late, to be honest with you. Dane Cook is streaming Call of Duty. He's got a boring fucking stream. He doesn't even talk. We haven't rated You know who we haven't raided in a while? Yeah, it sucks dick, right? Aristotle, it fucking sucks. He just sits there in his like home theater. He doesn't even say hi to anybody. I think he probably just got like a new manager, like a 20-something-year-old manager who's like, dude, you should just fucking do Twitch or something. And he did, and he's not happy. It's funny when people get on they get on the internet and they're celebrities and they just don't know how to be on the internet. They're all jerky and fucking weird. It's like watching somebody who's bad with kids. Yeah. Here we are. Floppy Jimmy is on. Floppy Unfirm James. Let's raid Soft James. Unfirm James. On day 78 of the subathon. I respect people who can do these subathons. I don't know how the fuck Sybil did that one last month. Unfirm James is doing one right now. Monster. Well, guys, we absolutely did it. We did another Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and I am so fortified. I've never been more confident in the effectiveness of this program and the commitment here of the community. I've seen absolutely amazing progress from not just the callers. Of course, the callers demonstrated a next level of awareness, a next level thirst for the next level. But I could feel a lot coming from the back. I could feel a lot coming from the lurkers. You guys back there, making that smell that I was talking about, that fucking weird-ass smell. That smell that's just like, it's really organic, and it's not necessarily bad, but it's not good. It's not good, and it's honestly, I would stop smelling it if I could, but I still wouldn't go as far as to call it bad. It's a little too interesting to be bad, and I want to say that I thank you for that energy. I cherish you, all of you in the back that don't say a fucking thing ever, and just imbibe in what we do here, the work, and then also watch this transform your life, as I'm sure it is, as we've watched each and every single person who called and chatted tonight. I've watched you come so far, and I don't know who's calling. Call, you got about 30 seconds because we are about to raid.
What's going on, Leslie? It's Skevin.
Skevin, is there something you'd like to share? You've got about 20 seconds to jam this in.
Hey, 20 seconds. I'm just piggybacking what I brought up last time you were on here. I am calling about why do we have Christmas the way it is? Spiteful that we have to sit here with our families again. We just had Thanksgiving, and I need to get these fuckers out. Why are we doing this again? I don't understand it. Christmas needs to be cut out. This is one family, once a year is all we need. I don't understand why this happens.
Love it. Love that energy. Thank you so much, Skevin.
All right.
Namaste. Don't apologize. Namaste. Guys, P.O. Box, if you'd like to send me a gift or a letter, ask me for advice, you can write to me at P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Let's get some more shit on the screen. Let's fucking fill this thing up, make it completely impossible to read. I love that energy to close out with. Guys, namaste to you. Let's just say we'll be back Tuesday. Let's say I got to catch up on shit this weekend for the community of Devoted Light. Some really exciting stuff coming for my most inner circle over at patreon.com, a growing library of exclusive videos, music, and other things coming for them. And there's so much stuff coming up. It's a very exciting time. I'm going to finish it up. But namaste to you. We'll be back next Tuesday. And the fact is happening here. 7th Dragon Ball. That's so funny. Yeah, we're just closing it out and rating Floppy Jimmy. Unfirm James. Namaste to you guys. Bless you. We'll be back Tuesday evening with next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central with a brand new Explorations. Namaste. Hold on to your spite. Hold on to your hatred. It's more valuable than I could possibly express. We'll see you next Tuesday, and namaste to you.